Hey, this is your girl Shania with Shania Lass. So today's video is about spells. Words are spells. And to be honest with you, this is one of the most powerful videos just because I wanted to give you guys a little glimpse of what I mean about words are spells. And specifically, the music we listen to the movies, whether it's comedy, action, it doesn't matter what it is. Pretty much everything we're around, it's around words, and words are spells. And we have to be very, very careful what we say. And just enjoy the video, watch this.
Your mouth, you are casting a spell. Words and your thoughts and your reactions are deciding where energy goes. So if I say, I really feel like life is really difficult for me, then that energy belongs to a spirit who's here to suppress. So that spirit will come and then support me in my free will by the words that I've said and start suppressing me and making whatever I say real. Because the purpose of creation is to be able to experience all levels of creation. That means that there is no good or bad, I prefer to say. It is based on how can we serve you. But then you say, I changed my mind, life isn't hard, life is getting better for me, and my ancestors are supporting me. Then the ancestors come in and they start supporting you. Then you say, I'm afraid of what I'm stepping into. Now a spirit of fear comes and starts supporting you. And that's why I always tell people so you think free will means that you can go and buy an ice cream cone, or you can go and run down the street naked, or you can do whatever it is that you want to do. That's just your choice to do it. That's not free will. Free will means that whatever you do, spirit supports.
We would not.
How to pray. All that begging and hoping and wishing and calling on names of deities has no power. How you pray is this. You command everything you want into existence, because the power and the divine spark that created everything in this universe is inside of your body. You are God, and God is you. You pray, you are trying to cast a spell. You want those words to go out and manifest a change in your reality. I'm not begging and hoping and wishing. I'm not doing that, because that's low frequency. Get excited and say, I command this to happen. Your frequency is going to shift.
Is what you really need to start doing. You need to start doing your homework and understanding words. If you put an S in front of words, it becomes swords. And that's what words are. They're cutting. They can cause you great trouble. Humans are word control creatures. So we need to establish what words mean. Again, when we talk about law, there's a Roman maximum in law that says, for he that would be deceived, let him. Simply meaning, if you are so ignorant as to be deceived, then that's your business. That's your problem. So you need to do your homework and find out what the words mean, especially in relation to law and government. Because there is a world of occultism.
Point of the conscious community, and where we are really understanding that words have power. I've been talking about this for so many years, doing lectures about this, doing podcasts and videos and YouTubes about the power of words. I guess people have not really been paying attention, or maybe these are a lot of new people that just started following the account. Words truly have power over the ether of space-time. Matter of fact, every time you have a conversation about anything, you're casting spells on space-time. Every word that comes out of your mouth is casting a spell. And when you write it on paper, it's casting a spell. That's why they call it spelling. You're casting spells. When you say a prayer, you're trying to cast a spell. You may not want to admit that's what you're doing, but that's what you're doing. You're trying to cast a spell. How do we communicate? Well, we emote these cymatic vibrations.
Lack of a better term, there's a reason they call it spelling. Because you're casting a spell. 2008, when Obama ran, he started saying, yes, we can. Yes, we can. What he actually was saying was, yes, Wiccan. Wiccan is a very, very powerful religion.
Yeah, witchcraft, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The English language for
Supposed to be raised on telepathy. We still have telepathic powers, and this in part is the reason for intuition and feeling other people's energies. Language has been an attempt to cut off this connection. Every word we say is a magic spell. So spelling, spell casting, has been specifically used to denigrate our divine selves. We are born into this world. Born comes from the English word barren. Today's definition of barren is unfruitful, bleak, and lifeless. Our children, as designated by our language, aren't even ours. Parents are a pair who rents. Our governments, especially our courts, don't treat a parent's right to control and direct the upbringing of their child as a fundamental liberty. We're forced from a young age through many types of indoctrination, and our parents are helping in this process. Look at the word childhood. A hood is used to cloak and hide. The etymology of children is chill and dren. Chill means cold. Dren is a name meaning a strong and healthy individual. So children are strong individuals who must be chilled, made cold. Stay with me, this will all come together. In Valentin's 1948 Law Dictionary, the term human being says sea monster. When we see monster, we get the definition, a human being by birth, but in some part resembling a lower animal. In the Oxford New English Dictionary of 1901, a human is defined as belonging or relative to man, as distinguished from God or superhuman beings. So these definitions are telling us we're monsters and have no inherent divine qualities. The word live backwards is evil. Our language is telling us we're born as monsters who are bleak and lifeless to a pair who rents us out to the government and other corporations that indoctrinate us. Our childhood is spent under a cloak so our divinity will be hidden from us, and we're evil when we live. Our sentences are made up of words. The word sisters in Greek mythology were fates or witches who controlled the fates of man. Every word we say directly affects our reality and ultimately our fate. The Egyptian deity Thoth is said to have invented language and writing. The original purpose was to use words for magic. The words write and write are pronounced the same. A rite is a ceremony or ritual. Whenever we're writing with words or speak, we are initiating a ritual. Books contain chapters. A chapter often refers to a sect of a secret society or religious order. To page someone is to summon them. Pages in books made of words are summoning things to enslave or imprison our souls. The word grammar comes from the French word grammaire or grimoire. Grimoires were ancient magic books which contained instructions to summon demons. I want to mention sounds affect everything around us. The study of cymatics is the study of sound vibration on matter, and it has been demonstrated that vibrations and frequencies create geometric patterns in sand and other mediums. We wake up each morning. A wake is a funeral party held for the dead. At the beginning of each day, we say to each other, "Good morning." Mourning is what you do when you're sad for the loss of someone or something. We begin each day reveling in the mourning of our divine nature, which has been stripped from us, by calling it a good morning. It's pretty masochistic if you ask me. We then go to work at our occupation. When we occupy something, it can mean being occupied by a military force, like in war. Many occupations are focused on money and the dog-eat-dog mentality. The dollar bill comes first before the environment or even each other. Therefore, we are committing war against each other and Mother Earth during each day we work our occupation. We are the military occupiers. An urn is for the ashes of the dead. For the average 9-to-5 worker, it would have to be one of the weekdays in order to earn a living. I agree, you would have to be in a weekdays to earn a living. During the week, we become weaker and weaker until finally it's the weekend, and we have become weakened. Somebody or something who is weakened has no power. And during the weekend, many of us turn to drink alcohol. Alcohol comes from the Arabic word al-kul, which is a body-eating spirit. It's also the source of the word ghoul. We drink booze or booze. Booze are synonymous with spirits who scare you, but
birthday is a ritual.
So I want you to go back and watch this dude's original video because
Hold on. Let me get this shit straight. So, you're telling me that singing happy birthday is a ritual. and we say the shit 3 times for confirmation, and then we blow out a candle, and us blowing out the candle, we just aged ourselves? Nigga. Fuck you. Fuck TikTok. I don't want to believe it because I think my eye about to start twitching. Because what the fuck? I hate it here. I hate it. Hold on. Let me. Happy birthday to you.
I have another witch tip for when it's your birthday and
Now, y'all do understand that music is spells. Stay with me now. Music has words, yes? The Bible, scripture, tells you that the tongue holds life or death. Let's think about it. You can essentially speak life or death over your temple, over your crown, through the words that you speak. Remember, because words have etymologies. Words have breakdowns, hidden meanings, if you will. Oftentimes, these words that we're speaking, this music that we circulate, is very toxic. For example, let's take this song for an example. This is Rich Flex by Drake and 21 Savage. One of the main key parts of this song that really stands out to me, I'm on that Slaughter Gang shit, Murder Gang shit. Slaughter Gang shit, Murder Gang shit. So do we only care about Black lives when somebody dies or somebody's killed? Because my thing is, we're circulating this type of content in the music. Come on. Now, y'all do understand that.
Celebrate birthdays. And the reason being, and I'm talking about the traditional sense, right? You get a cake, you light the candles, and you sing happy birthday, right? And you say, how old are you now? The reason why I don't celebrate it in that sense is because you're casting a spell upon yourself. Right, when you keep repeating how old are you now, and it's not just you. You could be at a birthday party and you could have 20, 30 people. You could have hundreds of people. You could have thousands of people singing you happy birthday and saying how old are you now. And what you're doing, you're summoning spirits. What do you think the candles are for? You feel what I'm saying? So that is what I don't do. But celebrating it in a different way is different. And the words you use about yourself, you continue to say, I'm 26 years old, I'm 30 years old. You're going to continue. Look at what you're telling yourself. You're going to continue to say old. You feel what I'm saying? The verbiage that I use is, let's say someone asks me, how old are you? And I say, I'm 24 years young. You feel what I'm saying? It does a lot. So that is my take on the birthdays and any other holiday, or you got Easter, you got Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is not a holiday, but just the whole essence of what they're trying to do. It ties into the video I made about cycles. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my thought on the birthdays. I do not celebrate it personally because age is nothing but an illusion, and I just keep
to those cells and organs, and you can keep your body healthy in that way. And your body loves for you to talk to it, because when you talk to your body, you're the voice of God, and it loves to listen to you. But I had one client that said she knew how to do that. She talked to the cells and all of that, but when she told the doctor that, they put her in a mental hospital. They couldn't understand how it could be possible. But we published a book on it. It was written by a doctor who was a head of a hospital for 45 years. And he got out. He was finally able to talk about how you can talk to yourselves. But see, that's what I mean. They make everybody something wrong with their mind if they're thinking a little differently.
English languages are spells. Just listen.
So what do I mean by the secret spells of the English language? Well, let me share with you what I call our premier life sentence. And it goes something like this. We awake each morning and go off during the weekdays to earn the living at various jobs and undertakings until we come to the weekend. and this seems perfectly acceptable to most people. However, more people die between 6 and 9 on a Monday morning than any other time of the week. So I do what I call a translation of the English language, and I spell that Trance, with the idea that words cast spells. So when you translate that life sentence, you remember that awake is a funeral party for the dead. Mourning is the state you're in when you attend a wake. And you would have to be in a weak daze to earn the living, since urns are for the ashes of the dead. We call our jobs undertakings. Job itself is a Hebrew word for persecuted. And what we get at the end of this perverse bargain with life is the weak end of the deal, as we become progressively weakened ourselves. And so our most prevalent greeting to each other is hello, the reverse of which is, oh, hell. And at first, I suspected the hands of collusion entangling the language to foster illusion. And I think it's quite true that a culture's theology has a great deal to do with a word's etymology, and how it evolves over time to combine incompatible meanings that may undermine the original thoughts it was meant to define. But now, I don't think it's planned, for the thing that I've found is that like concepts can gravitate toward the same sound and vibrate at the rate that our thoughts designate. Because words are electromagnetic vibrations whose fine alphabetic tintinnabulations can take on the tint of our true expectations, which they then imprint on our metal of mind, causing sounds to adhere when they're of the same kind.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is weak.